Estellium Legends is at its core an arena battler. It's a very basic one at that. Purpose of the game is to go into this town, go to the arena, get to the top, become a winner. The thing is, I don't even really know where to begin with this. The character creation at the beginning is probably the only part of this game that I actually enjoyed, because it was unintentionally hilarious due to the combinations you could come up with for the look of your character. The game itself, however, it's not worth it. At all. Even for free, I would be saying this is a big no for me. While I can appreciate what the dev is trying to do with the arena battler style game, the fact that it's super dark, oh my god, like almost black, and lacks any direction or polish aside from the character creation screen, it's an insult to the player. It's as if the dev couldn't be bothered to do anything more than the absolute bare minimum to get the game functional. Actually, you know what this game feels like? A testing ground. One where the dev puts in several plugins to test them. This doesn't feel like a game, but a developer's room, and it shouldn't be on Steam. Of note, the developer has said that they are adding constantly new content to the game. That's great, adding new content for free is an awesome thing to do. But doing that instead of fixing the current version means nothing. It's band-aids on a gunshot. People don't want extra features if the existing ones don't work or don't make sense. For the game, there are really only two main points I could say that are really positive about this. The character creation is unintentionally hilarious, if only for the choices that you can make to come up with very unique combinations of characters. And honestly, the game runs. Now I know that sounds like a dig, but it's actually kind of impressive how the multitude of plugins all kind of gel together and the game is actually pretty surprisingly sound. There are no beards in the character creation. This is more of just a personal pet peeve, and I like to have the option to give my characters a little bit of stubble. There's also no story or plot. As an arena battler game, this is actually okay. However, the game doesn't even give you the courtesy of explaining any of the mechanics to you whatsoever, and there's no sort of introduction to the game world. You are literally just dropped into the town, and it's up to you to find every single little area that is beneficial to you. The unlockable gallery has images of the dev's other games. I just have a single question. Why? I've very rarely seen when a gallery unlock is an advertisement for another game. And there are a lot of mini-games, but there's no reason as to why they're there or what the rules are for some. You're just kind of guessing. And there's no cohesion between them and the game world. They just exist. If there's any one thing to take away from this game, is that it feels like several popular plugins and minigames were simply massed together into the game with no rhyme or reason. It feels like a developer's room or a testing ground for someone to test out a bunch of different plugins that they wanted to use in a different project. The tint of the game is far too dark. You can barely see anything, and there's what appears to be a fog or cloud overlay on top of that. There's no direction whatsoever. After you create the character, you're dropped into the town with no explanation, no tutorial, just get up and go, kid. This is problematic for the main reason that you have no idea what sort of services the town offers. There is a place where you can recruit new people for your team, there's a place where you can buy equipment, there are minigames all over, but none of this is explained to you, so you as the player are starting off at a huge disadvantage. And this one's a really weird one. The game folder is completely bloated. There are 2 copies of the Windows OS version, there's a copy of the Mac version, and the Linux version as well. The game size is 5 gigabytes, when honestly it shouldn't be more than 500 megabytes for a game like this. Well, what's my verdict on Estellium Legends? If you've been paying attention, you know what the answer is going to be. In the current state of the game, I cannot recommend it whatsoever, even if the game were given away. You're paying for a developer's room, not a game, and that's honestly not okay. I wish Team Suyukino, I apologize if I mispronounced that, luck in the future. But if they want to really make it as a developer, they need to add not only polish, but cohesion and direction to their games. Otherwise, what's the point? I'm HawkZombie. Thanks for listening.